Good afternoon, change makers in the Be the Change to See the Change group. I'm Aleckson, transformational speaker, author, and direct voice channel. And it is day 2 today of the Activate Your Changemaker DNA Facebook Lives that I'm doing. We did day 1 yesterday. If you missed it, it's still available to you on the page in this group. Today's day 2, and then we'll be doing tomorrow, day 3, same time, same place. Thank you so much for joining me. As you join, I'd love for you to tell me what you're hoping to get out of the call today, what you'd like to get out of the call. And of course, it's always nice to hear you say hello, hi Cheryl, and let me know that you're there. So if you're watching on the replay, I just want to encourage you to skip ahead a couple of minutes to get to the actual beginning of what we're going to do today. I'll be spending the next few minutes just greeting everybody and introducing and letting them know what's going to happen. So if you're watching on the replay, feel free to skip forward quite a few minutes. And also, if you are watching on the replay, or indeed if you're here with me live today, and you know someone who you think would gain from this, spending time with myself and yourself and all of us collectively in this moment right here, right now, please either tag them into the comments so that they can see, or if they're not yet in the group, Be the Change to See the Change, invite them into the group so that they can watch these. The replays are going to be available until Sunday. Sunday night, I'll take the replays down. Always smart to, little business tip here, always smart to repurpose your content that you do for free, and to repurpose it, to use it to make little clips and things like that, but also to pop it up onto YouTube, all of those sorts of things. So there's just a little business tip for you. You might know me as the direct voice channel for All That Is, but I also am a life and business coach, and I have a lot of skills and experience in running a business and in marketing as well. So I always throw in little marketing and content creation and repurposing and general business type advice and things like that. So don't be shy to ask me questions about your business. After all, we're talking about purpose, and for many of us who are here to change the world, as you are, for many of us, if not all of us, that involves creating some sort of income stream out of the change-making work that we're here to do, or even just in order to create an income stream that will then support the change-making work that we've come here to do. So thank you for joining me. Say hello, let me know that you're here, let me know what you'd like to receive from today's call. We did an activation yesterday to start activating your Changemaker DNA. That is going to continue. Sometimes when I do activations, it's very clear that I'm doing an activation because I say we're going to activate and we'll do a process. However, that's not necessary for me to do that, and for most of us to do that. We activate through being in our highest vibration and through just being our full connected presence in the world. And so every conversation that you have with me is an activation of sorts. Today, being day 2, we want to talk about the next part, which is yesterday we talked a bit about purpose. If you missed it, go back over there. But we also came into today's work. Today I want to talk to you about how to give your purpose to the world, how to serve the world through the gift that you have, through the purpose that you're here to create. So any questions about that are welcome as we start working through it. The work that I do with my guides who are present with us at the moment always are. I am an embodied channel. There's no disconnection. There's no them and me, although I sometimes speak as though there is, paradoxically. So we're here to serve you. We come to serve your asking. So the best way to have this conversation is to ask for the questions that you want answered, to ask for the guidance that you need, to be willing to allow yourself to speak that which you desire. And now you can do that through actually sharing it with us in the group, which makes it a hell of a lot more fun, doesn't it? Let's face it. Or you can do that silently your own self, knowing that your answer will come through something that is said anyway, because we're tuning into, we're tapping into, we're all one. The non-physical energy that's going to speak through me is part of your non-physical team as well. So just give me a moment. I'm just going to catch up with the comments. Hello, Mariko. Hi, Rachel. Lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Tony. Hi, Linda. Yes, you made it. Cheryl would like to feel deeper into guidance to embody confidence. I love it, love it, love it. But Cheryl, I hope you can make it tomorrow as well, because tomorrow we're specifically talking about having the courage and facing the fears and all of that sort of stuff, so that you can step into being the change maker that you came here to be. Okay, great. So yeah, we'll definitely cover some of that today if we don't ask again. Yeah, Cheryl, marketing, absolutely. Okay, great. That's why I found myself saying that. I wasn't sure. Hello, Monica. Lovely to see you. All right, beautiful. So let's get this party started. Let's get this started. For anybody who's here, who is joining me for the first time, highly unlikely in this group, because it is a group that I facilitate. I would hope that most of you have some idea of who I am. But if you don't, my name is Aleckson, which is quite obvious because it's on the post. I am a transformational speaker, an author, and a channel. And I'm currently writing a book. I've got 40 days to deliver it to the editor about this exact subject, about how to be the change so you can see the change in the world that you desire. How to change the world, really. You know, if I had to say what the book's about in 3 words, it is how to change the world. That's 4 words. How to change the world. 5 words. How to change the world. But that's what I'm spending my time on at the moment, writing this book. And it's not an easy thing to do, because I'm a speaker, I'm not a writer. I know I write, and I know that many of you know that I write. And I write articles in magazines, and I write blog posts and all of those sorts of things. But when it comes to an 80,000 word book, it's a whole different kettle of fish. So send me all of your love, send me all of your support to help me to actually get those words onto paper and get this book done for release in September, for World International Peace Day in September. So thank you for any energetic support that you help me with. Hi, Michelle, lovely to see you. And as the direct voice channel for many, many streams of consciousness, one of them being All That Is, because All That Is leaves nothing out. It includes all of the streams of consciousness. As the channel for All That Is, we create transformation in your field through the vibrational frequencies of the word. The words that we speak create transformation and shift in your energy field, if you will allow it to, of course. Many people resist, but I know you guys are up for this. You're ready for it. So today we're going to talk more about, well, we're going to do a little activation to start with, and then we're just going to simply open up and answer any questions. We are, the purpose of this channel, the purpose of this collaboration that we've got going on, the purpose of me, essentially, is to act as the answer for your asking. So when you ask, you're not asking me, you're asking the non-physical aspects of you, and of course you're asking me as well, because when it comes through, I'm included in that. But the work is done through your asking. So you have to be willing to step up and ask for more. Step up and state your desires. Step up and say, I can't seem to figure this out. Help me figure this out. Everything that comes through me because you are asking for it. Know that. I'm nothing more or less than anybody else. And it is just simply your asking that brings it through. Thanks, Michelle, writing superpowers. Now, that's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. It's such a hard thing to do. It's creating shifts within me, something phenomenal, because I'm having to do something that is going to get me seen a lot more, and that is going to really put me in the spotlight, but more importantly, I have to become the person who I'll be after. So the person I'll be is an author. And so I'm going through that at the moment. I've had periods of sickness. I've had all sorts of things going on. It's been a very interesting couple of months now. Just the latest one, the last 3 days. I mean, sick for no reason at all, just feeling like crap for no reason at all. And it is, of course, because I'm now really knuckling down and getting this book done, and I'm starting to talk about it. So I'm starting to commit to it a lot more than I did previously. And of course, these things all create change within us when we take action towards our dreams. More importantly, when we take action towards our purpose. Okay, so I'm going to do an activation. First of all, I want to just confirm again that what we're going to talk about today is how to give your gift to the world, how to be on purpose and be using your purpose as a way to create income, or to just get it out into the world, to be the change in the world, and to bring through that purpose, to allow your gifts to shine through in service to others. I decided yesterday that I'm going to stop calling it business from this point forward. It's not a business to me. It's not my business. It's my service. And I know people have problems. All sorts of people have all sorts of problems with the expression being in service, being of service, the service word. I don't have those problems, and I think we need to change it by simply changing it, deciding that we're changing it, and start using it, because that's what we're all here to do. Our purpose is to be our highest self and share it with the world in service to everyone else. How can I serve you? How can I serve you? How can I serve you? Through what I do, whatever that thing is that I do. So that's what we'll be talking about today. Of course, you can ask any questions about purpose. You can ask any questions about anything at all, really, once we get started. I'm going to take a sip of water, and then we're going to do an activation and come into the room, and then we'll open up, and whatever comes through, comes through. Whatever questions you ask will be answered, whether you ask them or not. Please remember that. There are plenty of people in the room right now who know that they've shown up at these calls, and their answer is, their question is always answered, even when they don't ask it. And that's not me, that's you. That's the power that you have. That's your power that's showing up for you. You're powerful in so many ways, and when you ask, the answer is given to you. It might come through me, or it might come through some other way, but if you're here now and you're seeking answers around what we're talking about, you will receive that answer. So keep your ears open. Keep your heart open, more importantly, and keep your vibration open so that we can work within all those parts of you. Open mind, open heart, vibration open. Ah, that feels good. Okay, fantastic. Let's get started. Yes, Rachel, absolutely. Service. Yes, service, not business. I'm so glad you guys are with me on that, because I've had a lot of flack over the years from people in this industry that, when I say this industry, I mean people who do spiritual service in the world, that word in service, when I've said I'm here to be of service, or I'm here to be in service, have a problem with that. So yay, I'm so glad that you are with me on that. And hello, Sandra, lovely to see you with us. Thank you for joining us. We're just going to get started now with the beginning of the activation. What I'd like to invite you to do is to close your eyes. Please don't close your eyes if you're driving and listening on your phone. I wouldn't want to be the cause of any problems. Just close your eyes for me and just listen to my voice. Allow yourself to bring your focus to my voice, which is really your voice at this point. Just inviting you to take some deep breaths at your own pace. Nice deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And calling yourself into this space and time. And inviting into this space and time all of the aspects of you that are out there in other dimensions, that are out there busy, 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 all of the human aspects that have been out there busy, running around doing things today, all coming back, bringing back all of your energy from all time and space right here, right now, present with you, wherever you are, present with me, wherever I am. We're all together. Just allowing yourself to feel all of that energetics coming back to you, all of the angels, all of the guides, all of the guardians, all that is, which leaves nothing out. Every aspect of you coming together in this moment in time, right here, right now. Just breathing in and breathing out, relaxing, releasing, remembering, because that's all this is. It's a remembering. There's nothing outside of you that needs to come back. There's nothing that you don't know that you need to know. It's all already within you, and it's simply being activated by the remembering in these moments. The remembering of when you and your non-physical aspects, all of those parts of you, come together as one. You are the physical manifestation of God, the physical manifestation of all that is, the physical manifestation of what you might call the universe, the physical manifestation of your masculine and your feminine energetics. You are the physical manifestation of all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be. And you can't be separated from that. You cannot be separated from that, except by thinking that you are separated from that. And if you're connected to all that is, all that was, all that ever will be, then you have within you everything you need to be the change that you came to be, to bring forth your purpose, to bring forth your service, to be that in the world. It's already within you. Just open yourself up as you breathe. Open yourself up to let that out into the world, to release your fears, to drop the masks that you're hiding behind. You are the physical manifestation of God. And we invite you to remember that, and we invite you to start acting like it from this point forward. You are that. Continue to breathe and relax and allow all of those parts of you to come together as one, to surround you, to support you. They come every time you ask. And again, we say they, and yet they are you, one and the same. We are one. Just relaxing, coming into the room. Notice that you're starting to now open your eyes. Just opening your eyes, coming back into the room. Allowing yourself to be present with all of us now. We are all one. And we'll remind you that as many times as we need to. We are all one. And as one, each of you that has a label that you call a name is simply the physical manifestation of the one source, or the physical manifestation of the one soul. And everything that one soul, that one source, that one universe, that one God, everything that is, has been, and will ever be, is within you. You are filled with power. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Allow yourself to be that now. Bring forth your service. Bring forth your purpose. Activate and open your gifts. And now, of course, we will answer any questions that you have. And certainly you can let me know as well what you experienced during the activation that just then. If you did indeed experience something, many people don't know what they experienced, or don't have words for what they experienced, or don't even feel that they experienced everything. But I guarantee if you're here, you received what you need to receive. That's the whole point. That is my service, to give you exactly what you require, whether it's through words and answers, or whether it's just simply through being present with you. So, Cecilia, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. And anybody else who's also joining us, if you missed the activation we just did, please re-listen to the recording. And I now am opening up to any questions that you have around purpose, around how to get it out into the world, around anything at all, because all of these things that we have questions about, our money, our family, our relationships, love, all of these sorts of things have an impact on our service and on our purpose. Many times we use these things as excuses not to be in service. And so we want to invite you to ask any questions at all that you have. And I can't see that we have any questions yet, so I'm just going to take a moment to sip some water and invite you to ask questions if you have them. Of course, if you don't, that's perfectly fine as well. Stick around, because any questions that asked will provide something for you as well. Now I see I have some. It takes a little while for them to show up on Facebook Live. Yes, Cheryl, felt the shift when I talked about service. Absolutely. It's what we are here for. If I had to, generalize, if I had to generalize, and hey, think of it like this. If we're all one, then generalization is perfect, isn't it? But if I had to generalize for a whole bunch of people what our purpose is to remember who we are, become that in the world, and serve that to whoever comes in front of us. And in whichever way we as the human being desires to do so. For some of us, it might be by being a doctor. It might be by being a teacher. It might be by being someone who stays at home and looks after her children and homeschools them, or doesn't, but still stays at home and looks after her family's needs. It could be any number of things. It might just be one book that someone writes. Hopefully that's me. That's my intention. Or it might be one piece of art that someone creates. Whatever it is that you choose to serve to the world, bring your whole self to it, your physical and your non-physical aspects, and that's how you change the world, right? Beautiful. So yes, service. If our purpose was just one word, it would be service, or 3 words: service to others. Rachel, peace, a calm, a knowing, connected to all on the call as a collective. Thank you. Yes, thank you. That's lovely. Monica, how do you place a value on your worth? Well, you don't, my darling. I love this question, but it's such a big question, really, isn't it? Because your worth is, I often say, and I know it sounds silly, but I often say your worth is worthless. It's not worth anything, and it's worth everything. In other words, when I say it's not worth anything, I mean there is nothing that could be worthy enough of it, right? How do you place a value on your worth? So that's the big answer. You don't. There is no value on your worth. It is without comparison. There is nothing that could compare to it. There is nothing that could, nothing you could be given that would pay you for it, so to speak. And yet we want to now get to the practical part of it for you, Monica, because we feel that this is also part of the question. Well, how do I know how much to charge for something, right? So there's lots of practical, strategic things you can do, and this is all about using both your right brain and your left brain, or your masculine and your feminine, bringing it all together, your non-physical and your physical. This is all about bringing in all of those aspects. So on a practical, strategic level, if you are pricing programs or your hourly rate or anything like that, you have a couple of different choices. You can pick a figure out of the sky, or you can just simply, well, I ask my guides, I ask my universe, I ask myself, in other words, and I allow the answer to come to me. And sometimes it will be far less than I think it should be, and sometimes it will be a lot more. But I've learned to trust that regardless. So that's totally right brain, okay? Totally right brain and totally intuitive and all of those sorts of things. But I also, at times, get very strategic. And I might do things like research what other people are charging for the same sorts of things. And I'm saying that the same sorts of things because, let me tell you this, what you offer is never, ever, 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 ever going to be the same as someone else. When you're on this path of service, what you offer is small compared to, as in the program that you offer, the thing that you offer to people is not the main focus for you. The focus is on you. Your presence is the thing that changes people. Your presence around that thing that you've packaged up. Your presence is the value, and your presence is the worth. And it's your presence that people are coming for, not necessarily your program or your course. Of course, their left brain thinks that that's what they're coming for, and their intuition, their soul, which has guided them to you, knows otherwise. It's a little bit like in the strategic world, in the masculine world, left brain world, they say, and because I'm from an advertising background, they say in advertising that you sell them what they want and then give them what they need. And I love the way that that just came into the conversation, because it's the same here. When we're in service, in spiritual service through our work, we give them what they want. We give them what the human wants, and we sell them what the human wants, and we give them what the soul requires, right? The soul sets this all up. So, Monica, it's not an easy answer, but there is no value that you can place on your worth as a spiritual concept. And of course, the value that you place on products and things like that that you put out into the world, you get to make that up. You get to make that up, nobody else. However, if you make that up and decide, well, you know, I'm gonna charge $250 for this thing, you then want to be very, very sure that you're comfortable with that, that you are not going to sabotage yourself because for some reason you think that you're not worth that. So if you want to charge $10,000 for a 6-month program or something like that. Hell, there are people who charge $10,000 for a 1-month program or a session, you know. They're no more worthy than you. They just believe themselves to be, right? And they've done the work around it. So if you want to charge $10,000 a month, then you look at that and you say, okay, am I living the life of someone who would charge $10,000 a month? And then you go about changing that. So a person who charges $10,000 a month wouldn't have half of the beliefs that many of us currently have. So we need to clear those out. And then they also wouldn't be living with a car that's, you know, the back seat's full of McDonald's food wrappings and things like that. So, you know, you then go and you do the things that you need to do, which is to clean that out. Clean out your own physical self, your vibrational field, clean out where you're living, clean out everything in your life, and become that person that makes $10,000 a month. Or charge less and be happy with that. It's all a choice. You get to make it up because you're the creator of your reality. That's an absolute truth in my world. And of course, it's a truth that many of us are aware of, but we don't live into it. We don't truly believe, well, it's okay for everyone else to create their reality, but I can't, for whatever reason, right? So you get to make it up. Cheryl, I have a question around my financial flow. I've been working consciously each day to move through the fear. Anything further that I could do? Yes, my dear, there is something further that you could do. I can feel into it right now. You need to stop separating yourself from money. Again, I want to go back to this point that we're all one. And I want to go back to this point that you are the physical manifestation. Listen to this. You are the physical manifestation of all that is. Money is also the physical manifestation of all that is. You are one and the same with money. Sorry, there's someone at my door. Just excuse me one moment. I love a Thursday. My son comes home from school early and I always forget. So let's continue. As he goes up to his room in order to get changed so he can go out again. He has an early day from school, so he goes off down to the local shopping centre with his mates for the afternoon. He laughed at me for telling you. Okay, beautiful. Cheryl, you are the physical manifestation of all that is. Money is the physical manifestation of all that is. You're not separate from it. It's not separate from you. You are the physical manifestation of money and the physical manifestation of every other thing that exists. Stop separating yourself. Stop putting money over there as something that's over there and bring it back here. I am the physical manifestation of all that is. Money is the physical manifestation of all that is. Therefore, I am also the physical manifestation of money, or of the things that I wish to create through having money. I'm the physical manifestation of it all. I'm the physical representation of those things. Stop separating yourself from money and just recognize that it is the same energy as you. It's perhaps vibrating at a slightly different level, and that's why it appears to be distant from you. If we used levels as up and down, you're vibrating here at this level and money's vibrating up here at this level, and you can see it up there and it looks like it's separate from you and you don't quite know how to get to it. Match the vibration of it. So can you imagine what money is vibrating at? It's vibrating at joy. It's vibrating at playfulness. It's vibrating at abundance. In fact, it's vibrating at love. and it's vibrating even more at unconditional love. So therefore, you need to become that within yourself. You need to give yourself unconditional love, playfulness, joy, all of those things, and match that vibration, and it will naturally come to you. So I hope that helps, Cheryl. So we're getting lots of questions. Cheryl, look at that. Rachel's saying your artwork is divine, and of course it is. We know that. Tara, there's a big opportunity before me that I'm excited about. Is there any particular things that need to be moved out of the way before embarking on this new journey? Tara, what we'd like to suggest to you is that you, something that will help clear the path for you is by you recognizing that you've got this, that you're in control of this, that any roadblocks that are going to show up will show up because you're inviting them. With your question even, which poses some sort of expectation that things could possibly go wrong. They can't possibly go wrong unless you choose for them to do so. Hope that helps. I think I know, as Cecilia's saying, I'm in the, I think I know what it is, and I don't know how to give it to the world. What else could I do? Cecilia, it's speaking to me right now. Wow, that's so cool. And it's saying to me, listen to us, ask us, ask us. What I'm hearing there, or what I'm feeling into there, is that give yourself some time, some quiet time, some space, and having decided what it is that you are serving to the world, so not thinking that you know what it is, but make some firm decisions about what it is that you're serving the world with, and then say to that thing, imagine it as an energy ball in front of you, and say to it, what would you like me to do with you? Who would you like me to put you in front of? What would you like to look like? And allow yourself to receive those answers, because it's all there. This gift, this purpose, this gift, this service that you're giving, it's already been created in the non-physical. It knows what it wants to be. Allow it to tell you. Because again, you're the physical manifestation of your service. Now, all you need to do is allow that service to come through and manifest exactly how it wants to. Bring it in, allow it to come into you, and allow it to give you the answers. Yeah, okay, great. Thanks, Monica. I'm glad. Okay. Great, Cheryl, I'm glad you got something from that stuff about the worth. Okay, just running through. Great, okay. Tara, good. And that's the whole point, is to remind you about this stuff that you already know, right? To remind you of it. Okay, we don't have any other questions coming through at this point, so we might finish off. I'll just have a sip of water and give you a minute in case you have another question that you want to ask, or if anybody's got a question that I missed or anything like that, just let me know. Yes, fabulous, Cecilia, thank you. I'll just have a sip of water. Any more questions, just pop them in quickly, and then we will answer them if there's there. Otherwise, we'll finish up. And I'll get back to writing my book. Okay, beautiful. It looks like we might be, oh no, got some more. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you for saying that, Rachel. Rachel's just saying that I once said to her, you are the manifestation of God. Your business service is the manifestation of God through you. Perfect. I love it. I couldn't have said it better myself. Exactly what we were saying, though. It's the same thing. Monica, I feel I'm going to launch my services to the world in July officially. Do you have any advice on this? So, Monica, the important thing here is that you ask your business, and I presume you've done that in some sort of way. So you've intuitively decided that July is the time to bring it into the world. Have a conversation with your business and just say to it, is there anything else that we need to do in preparation? Is there anything you want me to do before we do the launch? Just, talk to your business, talk to your service, talk to your business, and ask it what it wants from you. And then, you know what, I want to say to you, Monica, and this is a little bit beyond the question, but I want to say, bye, darling, have a good time.
You too.
Don't forget to text me.
No.
So, Monica, I want to say to you that I want to just encourage you in the lead up to July, so in the time between now and then, which is a couple of months, to just really diligently work on looking at, okay, so I'm going to launch this thing into the world in July. What do I want to have happen in my life moving forward? In other words, do I want to have achieved this much money in sales by the end of the year? Do I want to have been approached by radio stations to be interviewed about what I'm doing this many times? Decide all of those sorts of things. In other words, look at your life and say, okay, by the end of the year, now that I'm going to launch this thing in July, by the end of the year, how do I want my life to look? And then say to yourself, what do I need to do to become the person who has that life? And then do the work to become that person and start being that person now. Start being that person now, not in 12 months or not after July, but right now. If I'm a successful business person, am I being that person now? If I'm someone who has successfully launched my program and made more money than I've ever made before, am I being that in the world now? Am I walking around in confidence? Am I sharing my stuff in confidence? Am I marketing every single day? Because let's face it, we need to do that in this world. It's so busy, and so many people are looking to awaken, whether they know it or not, through our services. So that's what I would suggest that you do. Who do I want to be once this is done? And how do I start being that right now today? And start doing those things, acting that way, being that way, creating yourself that way. You get to create it. You get to make it all up. So start making it up today. So I hope that helps, Monica. Thanks, Cheryl. I won't enjoy writing because I can already feel it's tedious to me today. I'm going through so many shifts. All right, beautiful. I see Melanie's just joined us. I'm sorry, love. We are just finishing up. I would absolutely love for you to watch the replay. We did an activation and lots of questions were answered, lots of good advice given from, well, me and my non-physical aspects, or what we sometimes call all that is. Today, I want to say thank you very much for those of you who attended live. Anybody watching the replay, thank you so much. Please ask any questions that you have. I will continue to answer your questions as long as they are coming in. Please know, though, if you have a question and if you hold the intention to receive the answer for it while you watch the replay, your answer will be there. So thank you so much for joining with me today. Remember that we are here again tomorrow at the same time for day 3. And tomorrow we're going to focus a little bit more on how to just simply release all of the roadblocks, all of the fears, all of the reasons why we can't create our reality exactly the way we want it to be when it comes to all of the human things that we need in order to have our needs fulfilled. Because The physical manifestation is as important as the non-physical aspects. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And you wouldn't be here with this deep, deep desire to be of service in the world and to bring your purpose into the world. So that's what we'll talk about tomorrow. Thanks, Monica. Yes, exactly. Beautiful. Perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself. I sometimes say, imagine your future self, what that looks like, and then every single day just simply say to your future self, we're all right. What did we do today to get there and do that thing? Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. And thank you, Tara. Great, Monica. Yes, the replay will be available. All the replays will be available until Sunday night. But knowing me, I'm a bit of a procrastinator. It'll probably still be there next week. Thank you, Rachel, and thank you for your service as well. Lots of love. Bye now.